We're back home on Narrowboat Alice Grace, and currently on the visitor moorings at Boroughbridge on the River Ure. Where I'm asking myself a big question. This is the end of the water crisis on the canals, because I'm going to try and get on a canal that's been shut for a while now. It's a big question because low water in the busy season of this year has shut this much of the canal network right now. And the Ripon Canal has been closed for 4 months. There's rumours that it's open, a limited service, but it's open. So let's see how far we can get. But we're going to have to start onwards by going backwards, which feels quite fitting in the topsy-turvy current day-to-day that is narrowboat life. Just stopped at the service point there, the sun's come out, it's lovely. So I'm going to reverse under the bridge. I've had to really hone my reversing skills lately, which is a good thing, as my starting point was utterly useless. And now I can move backwards without taking any boats out or uprooting any trees. And now we are facing the right way and trying to see if this is the end of the water crisis. Can we get onto the Ripon Canal? How far can we get? And there's a named storm coming in, Storm Floris I think it's called. That's on Monday, so in a couple of days time that storm's coming in. That will raise the water levels, but that's going to bring a lot of wind to this part of the country, so where we moor is also key. So we're going under the A1. The A1 became the first numbered road in Britain in 1921 and is still the longest numbered road in the UK, stretching 410 miles, 660 kilometres. Our journey today will take us 5 miles to the beginning of the Ripon Canal, passing through one lock on the river until we reach the first lock of the canal. This is the furthest north that we have ever been on Narrowboat Alice Grace, and I love it. I really love it in the north of the country. So this is the River or Ure, U-R-E. We swapped over from the U's to the Ure. Looks different, doesn't it? Like a red kite. One of you asked me a few weeks ago, you'd seen the vlog that I did about 3.5 years ago when I said that we were going to narrowboat for another 4 years and then review our situation. So we're coming up to it now. I thought when I said that this time, by this time, I would have thought, well, we've had enough of narrowboat life. We've done it for 4 years now, and we need to do something different. But I don't feel like that at all. In fact, I feel the reverse. I feel that I just don't want to stop doing this. I feel like that because there's still so much more to learn. And then there's all these other places that we haven't been to and explored. So I think there's still so much more to do. Back of Alice Grace, the back of the lot. Right, now let's see how far we can get. Into the grounds of Newby Hall, that's on the right hand side, which I'm hoping to explore possibly on the way back. I don't know, it depends what's going to happen next. We just don't know, do we? We don't know if we're going to be able to get onto the Ripon Canal or whether or not we're going to be back here. Then finally 5 miles was up and we were at the lock entrance to the Ripon Canal. Right, we're at the Ripon Canal. We're at the lock that takes us onto the Ripon Canal. I can see there's lots of padlocks and signs everywhere, so let's have a look and see what's going on at Oxclose. I think it's Oxclose Lock. I'm not quite sure why I was knocking on the door of Hobbiton. Perhaps I hoped Bilbo Baggins would appear. But from further investigation, on foot and then later by keyboard, I discovered 2 things. Number 1, starting from Monday, only 2 boats, one going up and the other going down, were allowed on or off this canal with 48 hours notice and the understanding that if you entered, you may suddenly be locked in with minimal notice. Cannot see a boat. And number 2, everything that burbled behind Oxclose Lock was breathtakingly beautiful and beckoned with an arm full of lilies and welcome. Yes! Yes! There's the turn. Brilliant. In the distance. We had a decision to make. Should we book our slot for 2 days' time and risk being confined to the 1.5 miles of canal currently open? Or should we turn back the way we had come, leaving behind the promise of terns, marsh harrier, and the Anglo-Saxon town of Ripon that was waiting at the other end? And this is one of the beauties of this lifestyle, is you have to keep thinking, problem solving, on a daily basis. And this summer has been a lot about problem solving. It is good for the brain. So while my brain rattled around in my big head like dry peas in a homemade maraca, the sun danced behind the fender garden. A bullock struck an elegant pose. And whoever lived inside the home made of hedge sensibly decided to stay inside. It's hard to believe there's a storm on the way, isn't it, Zev? Can you believe it? Arrow's head is in flower. That's so pretty, the white flowers. This canal has such incredible beauty. So I'm just passing Ripon Boat Club, I think it is, RMBC Private Marina. Oh, there's a turn! Oh my god, there's a turn! Fished in the marina. Tiny ones! We can't go through Belfurrows Lock up ahead because it's all locked up. So we're making a right turn into Ripon Marina. All these boats are chomping at the bit, trying to get out so they can do their travels, their summer holidays, and they can't because the locks are all padlocked up. It's apt that I refer to it as chomping at the bit because this marina is next to Ripon Racecourse. The rest of it we need to do on foot really. This is the final stretch. This is one of the shortest waterways in Yorkshire with 2.3 miles of navigable canal. It was built in 1773 to link Ripon with York and Hull, but until the Ripon Canal Society formed to restore it in 1983, this canal lay disused and unloved for 91 years. Like England, it feels really French. As well as being a stunning medieval market town, Ripon is also known as the sinkhole capital of Britain, as it sits on highly dissolvable Permian gypsum deposits. It's had this reputation for a long time now, and is believed to have inspired Lewis Carroll, whose father was a canon at the cathedral, when he described Alice in Wonderland's tumble down a hole in 1865. Are you going to have a sausage? Yeah, I think we're going to get you a sausage. But Ripon also has a unique tradition that takes place every single night at 9 p.m. and has been doing so since 886 AD. Commemorating the time in the Middle Ages when the wakeman set the watch for crime prevention and compensated any victims of burglary. Right, what are we going to do then? When the storms have passed, are we going to get on the Ripon Canal? Are we going to risk it? So what do you think, Seth? Should we go onto the river? Shall we go onto the Ripon Canal? Shall we find sticks? Shall we have a treat? Maybe some biscuits when we get back to the boat? What do you think we should do? I know, you always come up with the good ideas. Thinking. Okay. Not a bad idea. Being a fish, is it? The horn has been blown, the watch has been set. We're tucked up at home as she slips through the net. Unguarded, ungracious, she howls at the night. Puffed up, pugnacious, her isobars tight. Turns topple and tumble, unable to fly. Careering clouds stumble to flee through the sky, as she bellows and bawls and bashes her fists at the trees so they fall, at the reeds so they twist. The waters a-quiver, her wrath writhes its skin, but the fish do not shiver or shudder within. Screened by the river and lilies they get some more time to sliver and slip through the net.